Now available in paperback and ebook. The Man Who Rules the World. John Haynes must bring together men and gods to overcome a threat that seeks to destroy the planet. The Man Who Rules the World. Now available in paperback and e-readers everywhere. For the last 35 years, all I have heard is black men sitting here complaining about how black women go out here and date drug dealers, thugs, bad boys, and criminals. And many of these men sit up online these days whining and complaining about black women dating thugs, bad boys, drug dealers, and criminals, not understanding how bad it makes them look. Because a guy who spends his time complaining about women dating drug dealers, thugs, criminals, and bad boys all he's doing is lowering his value as a man because he doesn't see his own self-worth. Now, a man who sees his own self-worth, he's not sitting here complaining about a black woman who has chosen a drug dealer, a thug, a bad boy, or a criminal because he is counting his blessings. And he's counting his blessings because he knows he's dodged a bullet, because he is not going to wind up in a situation where his life is going to be a complete mess. Because once that guy sees that black woman with that drug dealer, that thug, that bad boy, or that criminal, he understands that that's not the woman for him. And that is the big problem with a lot of black men out here. They are just so fixated on getting with the girl of their dreams that they just can't let it go. Now, back when I was a teenager, there was a girl who expressed some interest in me, and then she decided to talk about a drug dealer she was getting involved with, and she told me I couldn't do anything for her. So, yes, I was hurt at 15 years old, but I eventually got over it and realized that this was not the girl for me, and I accepted that if this is who she is choosing, then that's who she sees as her reflection. And that is the big problem with a lot of black men out here. They don't really understand that you want a woman who reflects positively on you, and that's the woman who is right for you. But sadly, a lot of brothers out here, they're still holding on to hurts from junior high school and high school over the fly girl who went out here and was out here with the dope dealers, out here with the thugs, out here with the bad boys, out here with the criminals, and they wanted that girl to be their girlfriend, not understanding that maybe the Most High did not have that woman for you because that woman's values were all askew. Because the reason why she's choosing these kind of guys is because she's that kind of person. Unfortunately, many black men are so caught up in this girl's looks that they cannot see her values, because they're sitting there, all they're thinking about is having this attractive girl on their arm, not understanding that if this woman is out here with a man who is selling poison in your community, or terrorizing your community, or just wreaking havoc overall, committing crimes, then this woman is willing to be a helpmeet to those who want to destroy your community. So if you're a decent black man who wants to build, why would you want to get involved with a woman who wants to tear down your community? That's the critical question many black men need to ask themselves as they complain about the girl who is out here with the dope dealer, out here with the thug, out here with the bad boy, and out here with the criminal. Why would you want to date a woman who is out here and supporting people who tear down and terrorize your community? Because this type of woman, she's already showing you that she's not interested in being a helpmeet who you could have as a wife, and she's not interested in going out here and helping you go out here to build anything of substance. So she's showing you who she truly is as related to her character. Unfortunately, we have a lot of black men out here who continue to dwell on the feelings they have about this female and the feelings they have as related to the relationship they wanted to have with this ideal that he has in his mind, but can't see the reality to what this female is as related to her values and related to her character. But a man who has a good understanding and perspective on things understands that God didn't put you two together because this woman has nothing in common with you. Now, this is something that a lot of guys have an issue with because they sit there and they're sitting here complaining about, oh, this black woman is out here with this dope dealer. She's out here with this thug. She's out here with this bad boy. She's out here with these criminals. But maybe she's just a raggedy, ratchet female, and no matter how good she looks, she has such bad values and bad character that she's just not fit to go out here and even think about pursuing for a relationship. But this is something many black men don't want to deal with because they're sitting here still trying to go over and over in their head talking about, oh, why is she with that kind of guy? Well, maybe she's that kind of girl. And maybe many black men out here need to accept the fact that she is that kind of girl, because that's the only thing that, if that's what she's showing in her actions, that is defining her character, and you just have to accept that's who she is. And after you accept who she is, what you have to do is get on with your life. And this is something a lot of black men have a hard time dealing with, is understanding, okay, this female has chosen who she's going to choose. She hasn't chosen me. And yes, it hurts to be rejected, but as you've been rejected, you are accepting that maybe this isn't the woman for me, and I can do better for myself. Because this is the big problem, as I see it, with a lot of black men who dwell on these females from high school and junior high school and college that they could not get. They sit there and talk about how they sat there and chose the dope dealer, the bad boy, the thug, and the criminal. But again, if that's who she likes, that's who she likes. And you have to say to yourself, you can do better than her. And that's what I said back when I was 15 years old, after that girl told me I couldn't do anything for her. Yes, it hurt to hear that, but I realized I could do better than her. And that's the way you have to realize about it, that you can do better than her. And in order for you to be in a better social circle of females, you have to go out here and put in that work on improving yourself. So you have to go out here and put yourself first, work on building yourself up, not for the female, but for you, and work on taking yourself to the next level, because you can do better than a woman who is out here chasing thugs, bad boys, dope dealers, and criminals. And you don't want to have to deal with all of that nonsense and that drama once you've gotten yourself established, once you've gotten yourself built up, once you've got your money straight. You don't want to deal with that type of drama from that kind of female. And once you start to get yourself together and you start to get yourself looking good and looking and getting your whole place established, you're going to look back at that female who you thought was the fly girl in high school and realize she was just another round the way ratchet from the neighborhood, and realize you can do better than this woman that you thought was the ideal. Because once you start stepping into the real world and take yourself to another level as a working class brother, you're going to realize you don't need somebody who is involved with the worst kind of people to tear down everything you've gone out here and built. Because that's the big problem again with black men, is they're so focused on the girl who got away that they cannot see how blessed they are today, because it is a blessing when that girl who is out here with the dope dealer, the thug, the bad boy, and the criminal is with those kind of guys, because she's showing you that she is not a suitable helpmeet to will help you go out here and build a community, build a family, and build a household. And she is not somebody who you would want to be teaching your children, because if she'll go along with criminals, what type of values is she going to teach your children? And what type of values is she going to go out here and pass on to your family? That's the type of critical thinking many black men aren't thinking about, because all they're thinking about is how the big butt looks in the slinky sundress. They're not thinking about, hey, I need to understand that if she's with these kind of guys, then she's not my kind of girl. And if she's not going to be the kind of girl who I can go out here and make into a wife when she becomes a woman, then I don't need to even think about this woman. Unfortunately, we have so many guys sitting here dwelling on, oh, she's out here with the dope boys, she's out here with the thugs, she's out here with the bad boys. But that just shows me that she's a bad girl, and she's bad for me. And if she's bad for me, then I don't need to waste my precious time even thinking about her, because in this world, time is precious. You can't get time back, and every second you sit there being upset and bitter about some female from junior high school and college and even work, you're winding up taking time out of your life that you could go out here and find and take yourself to another level where you will find better quality women, and you will find women who have more things in common with you, and those women will be more interested in building with you rather than sitting here tearing down their communities and turning it into the ghetto that many of us started up from. These women don't, again, if they want that kind of guy at the bottom of the world, then you can't take her to the top and elevate her, because her mindset is focused on dealing with these bottom feeders. So you can't really work with that kind of female and try to rise with her, because she doesn't want to rise. And so the best thing for you to do is count your blessings, because you're in a better place. You've worked to get yourself to another level. And if you looked out here at all of the quality women out here, you would be in a much better place. And this is where a lot of black men get things messed up, is they spend their time looking over still at the women at the bottom, instead of realizing you are rising and you need to start looking in different social circles, because the girls who are out here with the dope dealers, the thugs, the bad boys, and the criminals, these are not the type of women you want to deal with, because these are the women who are going to become baby mamas and be a part of the welfare state and child support system. So you've dodged a bullet, and you don't need to deal with those types of women. If they're out here and they're choosing those kind of guys, the Pookies, the Leroys, the June Bugs, the Ham Bones, the 12 gauge Mikes, that's who they chose. And if that's the type of man that they chose, then again, count your blessings, because you have avoided a woman who is nothing but drama. You've avoided a woman who is nothing but trouble, and you've avoided a lot of stress. So why sit here and dwell and complain about her? She's somebody else's problem, and that's a problem you don't have to deal with. So I don't understand why guys are sitting here getting upset about those women. I mean, stop looking at the bottom of the world and change your perception, because that says, again, something about you, because you keep looking at those women instead of saying, I thank God I don't have to deal with those kind of women. All I need to do is focus on me and create positive energy, and I'll start attracting higher quality women to me. Because if I focus on myself, focus on taking myself to another level, I will meet higher quality women with better character, women with better values, and women who are focused on doing the work of the Most High, and women who are focused on wanting to become a wife instead of a baby mama. So I look at a lot of black men out here, and they're sitting here complaining about, oh, the bad black women who are out here with the thugs and the bad boys, the dope dealers. Don't worry about those women. Those women have made their choice. You need to make the choice to take yourself to the next level, where you're going to meet a completely different woman who is on a completely different level of standards and is focused on a completely different set of goals. Why should you keep focusing on women at the bottom of the world when you are rising? Because the whole thing is, if you're rising to another level, why should I worry about somebody on a lower level? So when you're out here as a guy, you shouldn't be wasting your time worrying about some woman who's out here with some bad boy or some dude. That woman is already taken. Worry about taking yourself to the next level, because on that level, maybe you'll find the woman who is right for you. Now, if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to try some of my SJS Direct publications featuring men's issues like Stop Simping, Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance, Manginas, Misadventures of Captain Save-'em, and The Man Crisis, and Why 70% of Black Women Are Single. You can get those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also get my fiction like the ISIS series, the E-Steam series, the John Haynes series, and the books of the Spinsterella trilogy on Amazon.com as well, along with Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, ISIS, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess. The goddess next door takes on the threat of a deadly digital diva driven to destroy the world in this action-packed, all-new ISIS series adventure. Get ISIS, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess, featuring a bonus pin-up and the other 2 books in the Cyber Goddess saga at online booksellers